Hello everyone, welcome back to the Maroons Broadcast Network powered by Illinois Media School. Today we have the University of Chicago Maroons taking on Loras College Duhawks. I'm Alex Ramirez here with my partner DJ.
How's it going?
We'll be right back with the first half after these commercials.
Hey Nick, did they play Loras yesterday? No.
The University of Chicago Athletics program aims to enrich the life of the whole person and is invested in competitive excellence. Your contributions to the Friends of Maroon Athletics enhance the student-athlete experience for all teams. Help us build on the already exceptional foundation of success for which UChicago is recognized. Support UChicago student-athletes by making a gift to Friends of Maroon Athletics today.
Alright everybody, today the University of Chicago takes on Loras College for the 6th time today. The Duhawks lead the all-time series 3-2.
Yeah, and it's not a lot of history game-wise, but there is a lot of history culture-wise here. These two programs do not like each other. I can speak from experience on that. The 5 games we've had so far have been extremely competitive, very fiery, a lot of cards, a lot of goals, a lot of excitement, and I'm looking for the same here today.
Just last year, 2017, the Maroons shut out Loras 3-0 on the road. Forward Matthew Coe scored 6 minutes into the game, while midfielder Andre Abidian and forward Deo Adeosun tallied goals in the 46th and 90th minute. The offense field contact saw the UChicago hold a 26-18 shot advantage, including 12-2 in shots on goal.
Yeah, I did watch the game last year between Loras and UChicago, and they did effectively outplay Loras pretty well last year. But to be fair to the Duhawks, that is the first time that UChicago has really outplayed Loras that badly. It was a pretty effective win, but Loras will look to bounce back. Kind of anything can happen in a game with Loras. For those unfamiliar, they play what is called swarm soccer. I'll explain a little bit more of that getting up to kickoff, but it involves a lot of throw-ins, a lot of free kicks, a lot of set plays, very physical play, very fast-paced pressure, so it'll be an exciting match today.
Both teams are coming in strong, being both undefeated. However, Loras have only played 3 games so far, winning all 3, while the University of Chicago have played 6, winning 5 and drawing 1. And yesterday, as a matter of fact, Chicago defeated McAllister College 2-0. The Maroons missed 2 penalty kicks, but Coe corralled his own rebound on 1 penalty kick and scored 1 minute into the second half. A mere 26 seconds later, Adeosun scored off a Coe assist, making Coe the top, tying him for the most assist record of the school. UChicago owned a 14-9 lead in shots and a 4-2 edge in corner kicks. Sophomore goalkeeper Aaron Katsampalis collected 2 saves to secure his 3rd shutout of the year.
Yeah, both teams coming off of wins yesterday. UChicago playing a very organized McAllister team who put up a really good first half and then just had kind of 2 breakdowns at the beginning of the second half, and that pretty mumuch wrapped that one up. Loras here coming off of a thriller in overtime, apparently scoring with seconds left in double overtime to beat Carthage 3-2. Apparently that game was riddled with fouls, cards, and excitement, so looking forward to the game today.
Speaking of senior Matthew Coe, I spoke already, he tied the record for having most assists, and his offensive prowess was reported with the UAA Athlete of the Week accolades on Monday. He leads the team in points with 6 goals and 2 assists through 6 games this season.
Yeah, as mentioned. Sorry, go ahead.
Coe's 27 career assists are tied for the school record with Pat Barry.
Yeah, as mentioned before, a lot of the UChicago offense will run through Matthew Coe and Max Lopez. Obviously not the entirety of the offense, but those are 2 special players. They've been All-Americans the past 2 seasons. They're really on a tear so far this year, and you look for more of the same today.
Right. Teams are getting ready to line up, and here the starting lineup. After the season opener, the Maroons have averaged 3.2 goals per game over the last 5 contests. The 8 University Athletic Association, UAA, teams own a 32-8-2 combined record so far this season. All three of Loras' games this year have been decided by one goal. The Duhawks won in the 100th minute of overtime by a 3-2 score at Carthage College on Saturday. Ezekiel Cho tallied the game winner. The contest featured 9 yellow cards and 2 red cards, both against the Red Men.
Yep, that does not surprise me. Both teams in that particularly the Carthage match, both teams culturally very aggressive, very physical teams. Nothing wrong with that, of course, just the way they like to play. And sounds like that was a thrilling match to watch and call yesterday night.
Hearing the starting lineup at the moment.
Senior defender number 5, Ryan Popolsky. Senior midfielder number 6, Chris Alfaro. Junior forward number 7, Alex Herrera. Freshman midfielder number 8, Talbot Tiernan. Senior midfielder number 9, Javi Simon. Senior forward number 10, Ryan Ross. Junior midfielder number 19, Mark Broderick. Senior defender number 20, Ian Lanky. And now the starters for your University of Chicago Maroons. On sophomore goalkeeper from Harrison Township, Michigan, number 1, Aaron Katsikhalis. Our junior defender from Austin, Texas, number 3, Sam Droblos. A sophomore defender from Bolliston, Pennsylvania, number 5, Isaiah Holquist. Our senior midfielder from Holland, Michigan, number 6, Nico Capitosto. A sophomore midfielder from Lincolnshire, Illinois, number 7, Ben Brandt. Our senior forward from Tulsa, Oklahoma, number 9, Max Lopez. A senior forward from Santa Monica, California, number 10, Matthew Bowe. A junior defender from McLean, Virginia, number 14, Nate Johnson. A junior forward from New York, number 17, Dayo Adeoson. A sophomore midfielder from Austin, Texas, number 27, Carter Romero. And a sophomore defender from Jonesboro, Tennessee, number 30, Scott Lick. Fans, at this time, please, we ask that you rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Such a beautiful song, the national anthem. Teams shake hands, get ready for the game.
And for those of you that were listening early, I'll give a little explanation as to what to expect here. So, big difference in play style here. UChicago is going to want the ball on the ground. They're going to want to pass. I would expect, and I haven't watched any of their games this year, so could be wrong, but I would expect that Loras wants the ball in the air. What you can expect is every time it crosses about the 40-yard line in Loras' half, you can expect them to kick it very, very long. They will send most of their team to pressure high up the field and try and force UChicago into a mistake. Every throw-in, every ball out of bounds will be a long throw-in into the box. Every set play will be a kick into the box. They're looking for high pressure, tons of set plays, headers into the box, headers on goal. UChicago's looking to play passes through their pressure into the open space and behind. As most of Loras' field will be pushed up the pitch, there will be a lot of space in behind. So you can expect a huge dichotomy in play styles here, and we'll see which one wins out.
Last minute huddle between both teams. The Maroons sporting their gray and maroon color with the goalkeeper wearing blue. While today the Duhawks are white and gold. And the goalkeeper is sporting color green.
Yeah, and interesting to keep track of. Will be fatigue here. Both teams, as I mentioned, played yesterday. The Duhawks went to double overtime. It's a little hot here today. It will cool off, of course, as it gets a little darker. But particularly for both teams like to play a pretty high pressing style, pretty physically demanding. So might not see it here in the first half, as I'm sure, particularly the Duhawks with the way they play, should be pretty physically fit. But we'll see kind of how that plays out as the game goes on.
Final. And the whistle starts, game commences. Maroons possession.
And here you can see 7 already in the half of UChicago trying to pressure the ball.
Ben Brandt with the ball. Tries to send it forward for Max Lopez. A nice defense right there. Had an advantage between the Duhawks and the Maroons. Nice move right there. Now it is Adeosun with the ball. Tries. Ball goes out of bounds. It is a throw-in for the Duhawks.
And look for the flick on here.
Tiernan with the throw. The ball goes. First dangerous ball in territory. Goes to the center, but nice deflection. The ball will be saved before it could go out of bounds. And a battle between both teams. Both playing very aggressive at the start. Nice. Going with the center. Ball's deflected by the defense, and Adeosun looks for the counterattack. Here comes Max Lopez. Send it forward, looking for Matthew Coe.
And that is where the danger is for UChicago when the ball comes back out. Is a stopper sweeper marking outside backs for the pressure of the Duhawks, and that can be easily broken down. Obviously, the sweeper's there for the long balls, but if you play a couple passes in behind it, there's a ton of space to run into.
Matthew Coe with Max Lopez. There's a problem.
Got licked down on the ground.
Something you do not like to see, especially in the first starting moments of the game. Scott Lick. He may have seen he made a motion for the substitution, but I'm not sure. Seems to be his left leg that's in pain at the moment. He did have a very aggressive battle with one of the Duhawks men.
Yeah, big scrum down here in the corner. Nate Johnson did a really nice job blocking the initial cross and then keeping it from going out. As mentioned, in this game, a foul in the corner and a throw-in and a corner kick are all essentially the same things. So trying to keep the ball from going out of bounds is what they want. And I think Lick went for a slide tackle. May have been stepped on or tweaked something.
Scott Lick limping. Might be taken off for the substitution. We'll see right now. They do have a player ready, and it seems it is Josh Schofield. Played very well against McAllister last night. And it does seem the substitution will be made. And Josh Schofield is making his way inside the game. The substitution is made. And the game commences with a fair play start from the Duhawks, kicking it all the way back to Katsimpalis. Decides to pick it up with his hands and sends it very far long. But another battle between Max Lopez and the Duhawks. An advantage that most Duhawks men have is height over the Maroons. Nice ball sent from Adeosun for Max.
This is exactly what you want if you're the Maroons.
Cole has the first chance, decides to step back. Cole controls it, has Adeosun, decides to go back. Center from Adeosun, too high. With the headers, reach from Max Lopez. No penalty for the goalkeeper, however. First chance for the game.
Good decision and a very nice recovery there from the Duhawks left back to get in front of Cole.
Cole should have tried the opportunity, in my opinion. Both played well, however. Player Scott Lick does seem to still be in pain as he's being treated by one of the trainers. It is a throw-in for the Duhawks. Matthew Cole with the ball. Gives it to Max Lopez. Max looking to sprint, but nice defense right there. Does not let him come through. And now it's this turn for the Maroons to take back. Adeosun tries to get rid of one. Nice move right there. Back heel. Has Max Lopez. Move between Adeosun. He could cut through and get the first one of the match. Beautiful between Adeosun. Max Lopez. Centers. Nice defense right there. Cuts it back and does not let the ball go down the center. Now long ball to Noah Bale. Ooh, what a mistake. A chest pass. At the Duhawks intercept. Here comes the men in white. A nice interception right there from Sam Drablos. Throw in for the Duhawks. Both teams playing very, very aggressive since the starting of the match. Throwing very long. Back to Javi Simon. Nice interception there from the Maroons. Now it's Matthew Cole with the ball. Controls it. Now Max Lopez. Ben Brandt.
And this is good play from the Maroons. You can see what happens when you play a couple passes through pressure. It opens up a ton of space. Unfortunately, it's a little bit deep, so the Duhawks can't get back.
Josh Schofield with Adeosun. Back with Josh Schofield. Could go for the first center of the match. Very good pressure from the Duhawks. Does not let very little space open. Goes for the mag, but does not go through. Schofield, the center with the left. Deflected. It's a throw-in.
Is that a Rabona?
For the Maroons.
Did he try and Rabona that? That's what I thought.
Looks for Adeosun. Cannot get it through. Takes it back. Nico Capatoso cannot get through, and here comes a counterattack. Looking very fast. Long ball. Looking for Javi Simon. Simon goes through. Simon cannot get through. A nice move right there, but Simon recovers, and it is a foul over Sam Drablos that the ref is calling. This game is moving very fast-paced in the first 7 minutes of the match. To keep you covered on the injury over Scott Lick, he still seems to be in a little bit of pain at the moment. Adeosun battles for the ball, wins it with Max Lopez, looks for Matthew Cook, cannot get first. They play it back to goalkeeper Jesse Buffington. Buffington, long ball. Very accurate. As Duhawks take possession, long ball. Who Nate Johnson looks to fight for it, cannot get it. Beautiful play right there. Could he cut through and kick it back? Nice move right there. Center, the ball's in the air. Nobody. Just way too high for everybody to reach it.
But you can hear the clapping. That's exactly the kind of thing Loras wants. It looks like a ball into nothing in the far right-hand corner, but what they're looking for is a weak header out and picking up a second ball just to cross it back in.
It's a throw-in for the Maroons. Max Lopez headers it back. Ball's in the air. The battle for possession. It'll be a throw-in for the Maroons as the ref is signaling.
Potentially a little unlucky there.
Ref having a little argument over with the Duhawks manager. Here comes Adeosun with speed. Has Max Lopez. Could he find him? Adeosun also has. Cole finds him. Oh, and nice. That leg saved him for the first one of the match.
Yeah, it's well played there from Herrera. He's just in the right position, just pokes that away as it was headed towards the path of Lopez.
Josh Schofield. Ben Brandt. Long ball over looking for Max Lopez. Nice control. Gives it to Matthew Coe. Plays it back. Ben Brandt. Ben has Nate Johnson. Very good pressure from the Duhawks. Kicks it forward looking for Max Lopez with no avail. And here comes yet another counterattack. Long ball. Nice defense right there. Does not let the ball go through. So now it's Isaiah Holquist sends it back. Max Lopez with the ball. But nice right there from the defense. They're not letting any ball go through. The defense is very tight as Adelson tries to cut through. Adelson ball goes through Max Lopez. Thought he saw Matthew Coe. Can Matthew Coe reach for it? No, it does not. It is a throw-in for the Duhawks.
It's a little early. It's the right idea there from Lopez. You kind of expect there to be some space when you're countering like that, but good tracking back from the Duhawks midfielder.
Throw-in for the Duhawks. Tries controlling with his chest. Nice move right there from Talbot Tiernan.
Well handled there by Johnson.
And here comes the counterattack with half speed. Here comes Sam Drablos. Long ball looking for Ben Brandt. Ben reaches it first.
It's very nice patience from Drablos there. It's exactly what you want. You need to keep possession there. Someone needs to show here for the Maroons.
Carter Romero, Max Lopez, and Adeo Davidson looking for a chance up there on the offense. Finds Max Lopez. Carter Romero with the ball. Passes it back. Sam Drablos with the ball. Pushing forward, pressing forward. Pass.
A little impatient there from Drablos.
There's
really just no need to do that when you know if you give it away, you're going to be running 40 yards back in your own half, just like this.
Nice defense right there. That could have been a foul that the ref could have signaled. Here comes the first opportunity. Has a shot. Nice move right there. Could he get through for the shot? Ball's not out of bounds. Ball's still in play. Could control and go for the left with a last shot with the lefty, and that is a ref is saying keep playing.
Little surprise there. Didn't look like he got the ball, but ref waves play on. Looks like a foul to me.
It looked like a clear foul to me. I don't know if it was a penalty or not or a close free kick.
Definitely outside the box, but definitely looked like a foul.
And here comes once again the Duhawks with the counter. Beautiful ball, but just a little too high as it reaches to the goalkeeper, Aaron Katsampalis. Duhawks playing much better than, well, not much better, but just playing better than the Maroons in the first 10 minutes of the match.
Yeah, last couple minutes here have definitely been in their favor. It all comes from that Drablos giveaway. You know, UChicago's, I actually am a little surprised. Loras has been a little measured with their pressure up the field, potentially afraid of some of these counterattacks in behind. Still pretty organized, but that giveaway, sorry, as this chance happens, you can kind of see how that giveaway turns into chances for Loras. You give the ball away in their half, they kick it 60 yards down in their end, and somehow a minute later, something comes of it. If you're UChicago, you really got to be patient. Make sure you hold on to the ball. Let the pressure wear down the other team.
Max Lopez made a beautiful center. Carter Romero cannot control it. And here comes the Duhawks with an attack.
Yeah.
Foul. The ref is signaling. Didn't see much as a foul from the Duhawks.
Yeah, it just kind of ran through Holquist there. A little late on the challenge.
Indirect free kick for the Maroons men's soccer team. Here comes Max Lopez. Finds Adeo Davidson, but the defense just keeps kicking it back every chance they have. Once again, sending it long forward. But first, there is Isaiah Holquist who lets it go. It'll be a goal kick.
Yep, and again, don't mind that. You can see that ball is headed into the corner every time they get a little bit of time, a little bit of space.
Katsampalis. Sends it long. And here comes another attack yet again from the Duhawks. Finds him. Could it be the first one if he turns around? Could he get it? Prefers to go back. Center now. The ball's in the air. Great ball. The header back, but not with enough power.
Another weak clearance.
Now here comes Anthony Berardi with the ball. Nice from Adeosun, who takes it away. Adeosun gets rid of one. Gives it to Ben Brandt. Ben Brandt with the cutback. Has to play it back to Drablos. Not Drablos. Apologize. Now it's Adeosun, who switched all the way to the left field. And Matthew Cole switched all the way to the right field. Ben Brandt with the ball. Back to Adeosun, who stayed down in the midfield zone. Drablos. Cole has Josh Schofield if you could find him. Max Lopez. Could he find Schofield? He does. And here comes Schofield down the right. Could he go with the center? Has both a powerful left and right foot. Prefers with Cole. Cole with the pass. Could not find anybody. Cole once again with the ball. Nobody seems to be open as a tight defense of the Duhawks not to go through.
But this is the composure you want if you're UChicago.
Cole with the chip. Could he find Schofield?
Lovely ball.
That is a penalty.
It should be a penalty. Yeah, it should be. And he's absolutely right.
That is a penalty. Clear penalty, no doubt.
Defender's late to the challenge there. Sticks a leg out, catches Josh Schofield from behind. That should be a penalty.
The Maroons have a chance in the first 15 minutes to go 1-0. But remember, yesterday they failed too. Although they did score on the rebound, it still counts as 2 missed penalties.
One thing to note here, if Lopez does score this penalty, Schofield should get the assist for that, for drawing the penalty. I think Coe might get robbed of that if he does score.
Here he comes.
And it is a goal.
Very deep on the left. Very well taken. Unlike Adeosun and Coles yesterday, he takes it with confidence. Chicago take the lead 1-0.
Yeah, very well taken penalty. Just drilled low into the corners. Even if the keeper guesses right, not a whole lot you can do with that if it's hit with that much pace. Very nice ball in from Coe. Josh Schofield draws the penalty, and it's 1-0 Chicago.
Very disappointing from the Duhawks. They were playing much better, had more opportunities. The first opportunity Chicago gets, they score it. Duhawks got to be careful about that.
And that can happen when your players are so far upfield. I believe that's Ryan Ross coming all the way back from left wing, giving up that penalty. And it's a long way to track for someone who's playing in a stopper sweeper, 2 outside backs way up the field. Here comes a throw-in set piece for the Duhawks.
Now it's Chris Hafaro.
Be interested to see how long this one goes. They always have someone who can gun it.
Nice center, basically a corner kick. The ball's in the air, but nice cut back, and here comes Matthew Cole with speed. I believe that's Ben Brandt following him. Could this be the second opportunity? That's 4. Beautiful cut through. Could this be the second one of the match? Cole!
Oh, and he's just wide. Was there a deflection there, or did he? No deflection. He's gone from the near post. A good position from the keeper and the defender to force Cole to shoot to the near post there. You can see how much space opens up. That's a really difficult 1v1 for the defender. They keep a sweeper that deep to try and slow that attack down, so it's worked in that case, but it does leave a lot of room for speedy players like Coe. If you do want to, for those of you who do watch soccer a lot, if you do want to see something a little weird or amusing, take a look right now at how deep the sweeper is compared to the rest of the team. He's 15 yards behind his next nearest defender, now about 20 or 30. He looks like a striker, sort of alone in the back there.
The Maroons certainly have improved, in the offense. As here comes Adeosun, 2 against 1. Could he take the shot? Adeosun!
Oh, it's just
wide off the right post. Tries to curl it in. Great opportunity. Great shot. Just a little wide off. Scores to 1-0.
And that's great impetus from Adeosun there. Picks off a pass, just drives forward into all the space created because there's no offsides with the sweeper so far back. Just dribbles into the space. Takes a nice shot. It's just wide.
Battle between Duhawks and the Maroons in the air as the Duhawks win possession. The Maroons regain it. They're not letting the Duhawks go through. Long ball looking for Max Lopez. Very accurate. Good ball. Tries headering it for Matthew Cole. Would have been a great
A little unfortunate there. Don't think there's any communication. Had a lot of space to bring that ball down in. It's a nice clearance from Buffington there.
Ben Brandt with the ball. Doesn't have that many options, forced to go back. As Isaiah Holquist sends it out for the throw-in. Played quickly.
Oh, and then Holquist gets away with one there, I think. Maybe not. No argument from the Duhawks players.
Indirect free kick once again for the Maroons. Max Lopez has the ball. Tries to header it back, but does not connect with it well.
And still wins the second one.
And once again, the Duhawks kick it back as fast as it could. And Sam Drablos kicks it back as well. Header.
Oh,
What a mistake. You cannot let those mistakes happen with this kind of offense from the Duhawks. Here comes Nico Capitosto. Gives it to Max Lopez.
good poke away there from Pachowski, I believe.
Max Lopez once again looks.
Another miscommunication there.
Might have thought Adeosun was running back, which Adeosun should have done in my opinion.
Here we go.
Here comes Carter Romero. Max Lopez. Long ball looking for Matthew
right
Coe.
ball.
Could it be a good one? This could be the second one of the match. He stops it. Passes back. No, he does not. Keeps it. The center, not that good. Another center. Ball's in the air.
Oh!
Max Lopez cannot. Height being a huge factor in that play.
An unfortunate rebound back to Holquist there. Puts a nice ball. It's just a couple inches too high for Lopez, who kind of has to stretch to get his head on it, which results in it going high and over the bar.
A very good play. Very good center by, I believe it was Carter Romero. But unfortunately, Max Lopez couldn't be a few inches taller. Here comes the Duhawks with possession. Now it is Tigro Huerta. Nice cutback, tries to mag him through, but the defense will not let go through.
Yeah, good effort there by Ross, but pretty stout defending from Capitosto.
Ben Brandt with the ball. Gives it to Isaiah Holquist. Also one that played very well yesterday against McAllister. Nice cutback. This could be the chance to draw. 2 against 4. The shot deflected. It would be a corner kick. Third of the match for the Duhawks.
And they'll be happy with the corner. I do think it's a little bit of a bailout there, taking a shot from that distance after that turnover, but they won't mind the corner.
7 against 9, I believe, in the corner. Duhawks with 7. The ball is in the air. Dangerous. The ball goes through. And another great save, not from Castampalis, but from the defense, who sends it back to another corner.
Yeah, just good positioning there from the UChicago setup. Nico Capitosto's on the front post there. Nice little design play from Loras. Flicks the ball at the front post, but Capitosto's alert and gives it out for another corner.
Once again, another corner. Ball's in the air, very much higher this time. Max Lopez headers it out with that height difference. Go for the center. No, he does not. And it is a throw-in for the Duhawks. I'm going to go for another long throw-in, as they want to do everything they possibly can to go 1-1 before the first half. Throw-in goes long. Almost a corner kick, apparently. Another center, horrible center, however. Ball goes through. Could he pass back? Very good control. It's 1 against 4, and he somehow seemed to want most of the possession, but finally the Maroons could go away. And here comes Matthew Coe. Adeosun now has the ball. Now with Max Lopez, the counterattack is 3 against 6. Max gets rid of 1. Max couldn't get rid of 2, and that is a foul. Max Lopez did commit a foul, running in, charging in late.
Yep. Good tracking back there from Ryan Ross. Gets in the right spot, beats Lopez to the ball, and gets fouled. He'll go the other way. One note, they're very composed defending from UChicago at the top of the box there. As I believe it was Alex Herrera dribbling around in the top of the box, not diving in, not poking. Don't want to give away a penalty in that situation.
Goalkeeper sends it long, deflecting it back. But once again, it's the Duhawks with the possession. It seems after that first penalty, the Maroons are now playing more defensive, hoping that the Duhawks can't score a goal. I'm just hoping on having a good counter-attack, as only Max Lopez is standing up there. Although every time they do have a counter-attack, Matthew Coe does use all his speed. Watch as here comes the Duhawks. Ball's in the air, headed back. Ball goes through. Could he control it and go through? Ref is saying nothing happened.
And there is nothing there.
And here comes Max Lopez. Could he control the ball?
Great
Beautiful
touch there,
control right there.
Needs to wait for support, but
Max Lopez chips it for Daleson. Nice, beautiful play right there. But it's only Max Lopez waiting. Daleson could cut through. Could he shoot with the right? Could he curl it in? The shot deflected nice. Could he go? And that looks like a foul. No, it is not. Ref says keep playing.
yeah, Daleson goes down a little easy there. I think it's Broderick defending him. Don't mind the effort from the right foot. I just think it's unlucky to deflects, I think, off his own player in Lopez.
Capital still with Max Lopez.
Good overlapping run here from Schofield.
Josh Schofield just a little bit too large. They're going to let it go out. Josh Schofield tries to battle for it, but the defense nice lets it go out. It'll be a goal kick for the Duhawks.
Yeah, well read from the sweeper McDonald. That's exactly why he's there. Lets it go out and get them back up the field. Here's the first platoon swap. It's like coming on, we have Ezekiel Cho, Tigrio Huerta, I hope I got that one right, Mark Histed, and I'll get to the last one.
Ball's in the air, Max Lopez wins it, and Matthew Coe's going to go with all his speed, and it's 4 against 4. Matthew Coe, what's he going to do? Could he send it with the left? Prefers to wait. Guys, gets rid of 2. Could he take the shot with the left? Nice, beautiful ball, but right there the defense cuts it back before the ball could go in further. Ball does not go out of bounds, and he just kicks it back, or the ref is signaling that it did went out of bounds.
Just went out.
And there is a ball for Loras College. Very confusing on why we would kick it out if it was going to be their ball either way. But it is a throw-in.
I think this is our fourth sub here in Ian Lenke, who also was well positioned there on Coe's attempted slip through.
Matthew Coe once again with the ball.
Apologize to any Loras fans for my delay. The numbers are a little hard for me to read right now in the sunlight. Hopefully I can be a little quicker on the substitutions.
Coe running in late, causing a foul. It seems like Duhawks will go for a free kick. A center free kick, I apologize.
Yeah, Berardi will set up to knock this one long. I guess still aiming for the kind of right corner of the 6-yard box, right in between the 6 and 18. Look for a header back across.
Here comes Berardi with the center. Ball's in the air. Headered back, nice by the defense. Ben Burnkamp with the header. Katzenpot is forced to kick it all the way back. Matthew Coe controls it, nice with the chest.
Very
gives
nice
it to Max Lopez. And the ref is calling for a handball. They're in the center of the pitch.
Yeah, just unlucky there from Miles McDonald, tracking back, just hits off his hand.
Sam Drabel will take care of it. Plays it short. Isaiah Holquist. Nice play between those two.
And that's the kind of example of why UChicago set up in a 3-5-2 again today. A good way to break down this sort of pressure when they throw numbers at you is to try and get a high striker, a high midfielder to check back and immediately play wide to your left or right wing back, who will be running up the field overlapping, because it's very unlikely, given the system, that the left and right winger of Loras will be tracking them. Does have to be crisp, does have to be clean, because any sort of choppy pass could easily get picked off, but that's generally a good strategy for getting your wingers open. Like, just like that.
No clean tackles right there. As Duhawks could have the first one of their match, but right there, good defense, and the ref is calling for a foul. Maybe even a yellow card, because it did seem like he shoved him pretty hard. But the ref...
I do have to say, well handled by the ref. There are a couple challenges that he could have called early, lets it ride out, and finally calls the one that is a pullback.
Matthew Coe, very good control from this man. Matthew Coe with Max Lopez. Max gives it to Adeosun. Adeosun cuts through. Could he take a shot with the left? No, as a defense cuts it through, and they just give the ball away. And then another punt to the other side of the field, which makes no sense, as they punt it to where nobody is waiting. I know they want to make a surprise counterattack, but you cannot do that.
I'm trying to tell you, Alex, they don't mind. That's exactly their strategy. They're hoping that on this end of the field, somehow it turns over or they get onto something or there's a weak clearance. They don't mind kicking the ball. They don't mind not having it.
Holquist finds Max Lopez. Looks like another substitution will be made. It will be Vincent Mateos. And Kyle Rourke looking to come in as soon as the ball goes out of bounds. Max Lopez wins the header.
That's just relentless pursuit from Lopez. They're tracking 20 yards back or so to win that header going forwards.
Matthew Coe, header looking for Adeosun, but nice header back from the defense. Nice battle between Schofield, not causing any fouls.
Yeah, Singleton did well. Singleton did well to hold the ball up there. Played a nice pass back.
Throw in for the Duhawks. Possession. Could have been a foul, but the ref is not signaling anything. Duhawks surely playing aggressive as Ben Brandt has the ball. Max Lopez cuts back. Nobody's home with him. Sends it back all the way for Carter Romero. Could he go for the long shot? Could he go with the left?
Yep.
The left, and what a great save by Jesse Buffington. Followed by a loud applause from the great fans of the Duhawks.
Yeah, pretty good save there from Buffington. It's a decent shot from Romero. It's low, so he's got to get down, got to get there a little quick. Pretty decent save.
Great play from Carter Romero. Even greater if he is a right-footed. I'm not sure if he's left or right.
I think he is lefty. Could be wrong, but I think at the very least he's pretty dual-footed.
Throw in very close, dangerous territory for the Duhawks. Always sending it long.
Yeah, this time it'll be Ian Lanky. I'm actually going to go short. Wow. That may be the first time I've ever seen Loras throw a ball short.
Center deflected. Another center going to be. Ball's into play. Ball still for the Duhawks. Flag is down. There's no offside, but they just give the ball away, and then some confusion between the Maroons defense.
Yeah, I think a little unlucky for Singleton there. I think he kind of expected to be offsides, to be honest. Played it a little too quickly. Either that or his strikers expected him to be offsides.
Sam Drablos finds Nate Johnson, who sends it to Isaiah Holquist. Max Lopez and Davison looking for it. Carter Romero sent long. He will reach for it in time. Could he cut through? He does. He keeps cutting through, but the defense won't let him get through.
Yeah, I think Berardi's actually a little fortunate there. It's the job of a sweeper to read passes, long passes like that in behind. He gets there a little late and just clips Adeosun a little bit, but I think he holds off enough to avoid committing the foul.
Off for Carter Romero. When he tried to cut through, this stuck his leg out, so if he did end up falling, that easily could have been called as a penalty. Now ball for Max Lopez. Gives the ball away. Regained by Carter Romero. Finds Matthew Coe. Coe cuts through. Goes for the center. There's two alone. They both stop it. Must have been some confusion. Red, but Max Lopez, that is a definite foul. He did stick out his leg. Could be a yellow card as well. The ref does take it out.
Oh, jeez. I thought he pulled a red out there. I was like, that would be harsh.
He did reach out for his bottom pocket. Yellow card usually is in his
in the chest pocket.
Chest pocket.
Cow. Gave it a little bit of a scare there. I would have certainly hyped the match up a little bit, but
some plays like that could be called as a red card, though. However, that could end up in serious injury.
Oh, don't remind me. You're bringing back bad memories there of Couple of us potentially watching on the stream will know our last senior season, my senior season against WashU. Our senior class will remember a foul like that.
Oh, what a huge mistake as the ball goes through. Flag is down, center back, and the defense, it will be a corner kick. No, it is not. Ball still played. Could go for the center. Yes, he does. Ball's in the air, and Katzen Paulus reaches it without any problems.
Yeah, it's not that many people in the box. Nobody runs in front of Katzen Paulus. It's an easy catch.
But a huge mistake from Sam Drablos. Could have caused a goal right there. You got to watch out for those.
Then it started getting chippy, and then the card started. First card went to the card.
Nate Johnson tries to get through. Still has possession of the ball.
And that's exactly the kind of thing Loras is looking for. Looking for someone sort of dribbling, uncertain, to pounce on and, well, kick it forward. Usually a little further than that, but...
In the past 5 minutes, might be a first, but Loras College has not punted it back to the other side of the field, playing it more short. Another substitution of the match, having to wait a couple minutes, but finally we got...
Rourke and Matos coming in here for, looks like Deosun and Romero.
Very good first 30 minutes from Carter Romero. Sam Drablos, you got to watch out for those, although that could have been called a foul from the ref as he was charged on pretty harshly. Duhawks pressuring very tight.
I'm actually a little surprised. Duhawks are a little happy to cede pressuring in the top half. That's a little abnormal, at least from my experience.
Ben Brandt plays it back to Nate Johnson. Nate sends it long looking for Matthew Coe. And Matthew Coe does win it. There is no foul. And here comes Matthew Coe. Could he reach it in time? Yes, he does. Could go for the center. There's three waiting. The center, the ball's in the air, and they deflect it back.
Yeah, good positioning again by Berardi there, cutting out the front post ball.
Nice wall between those two Duhawk men. Forces the Maroons to play it all the way back to Nico Capatosto. So now it is a throw in for the Maroons. Josh Schofield. Max Lopez now. Max Lopez, nice, beautiful ball to Josh Schofield. Goes for the center. Ball's in the air. Looking for someone to capitalize, but nobody's there. Beautiful cutback, but nobody's in the center. What an assist that would have been. And here comes the counter attack, very slow, and once again punting it to where nobody is.
Yeah, that one really didn't need to be. There was plenty of space in front of him. He could have picked out a pass and kept that one going.
I'm a huge soccer fan, but I haven't never seen a strategy like this, punting it back all the way.
There's a lot of us that have never seen a strategy like this.
It might be effective though, however, and here comes Vincent Mateos playing a very good match also against McAllister. Back to Vincent Mateos. With Kyle Rourke. Rourke could go for the shot.
Lovely
nice leg
tackle
that
there.
stuck out. Max Lopez with the ball. Beautiful cut around. Max Lopez. Cut back. Vincent Mateos should have done a first shot instead of cutting back. But nevertheless, very good chance, and it is a corner kick.
Yeah, pretty good composure there from the Maroons. Also very good last-ditch defending from the Duhawks. A couple of very nice slide tackles to block shots and crosses.
Mateus gives it back to Isaiah Holquist, going for the center. Ball goes through. Lopez, what a goal that would be! Oh, that would have been candidate for one goal of the season.
Yeah, Drablos makes a nice effort there. I just don't think he quite connects with enough power to beat the goalkeeper. Looked pretty comfortable for him in the end, but it was a gorgeous effort.
Apologize, I thought that was Max Lopez. It was Sam Drablos. The defense would have scored an amazing goal if he connected it well. But Jesse Buffington kept his cool and grabbed it with both hands. Foul, the ref signals. It'll be another indirect free kick for the Loras College men's team.
Yeah, I was going to say that looked like a bit of an undercut from Matus for me, and that's the kind of thing you can't give to these Loras Duhawks. I mean, it's, they haven't generated too many good chances this half, but with the kind of team they are, with how committed they are to their style of play, one chance like this can easily lead to a goal, and they're right back even in the match.
Right, and I will actually foul every time.
7 against 9. Ball's in the air. Headered back. Once again, another header sending it forward. Header. Could he go for the... Looking for a scissors kick, but cannot connect it. And the ball stays safe with Aaron Katzenpalis.
Yeah, I got a late offsides call there anyway, but...
Good effort there, however.
I mean, that's the scrum they're looking for.
Sam dribbles with the ball.
You got to say it's pretty good work effort from Ezekiel Cho, but he is on an island. And he'll finally stop chasing.
Nate Johnson. Looking for Max Lopez, but the ball is too high. Max having a couple choice words for Nate Johnson.
Yeah, a little disappointed. Nate cutting in there, looking for options just a little bit, and we gotta. Oh,
maybe he pulled something and maybe
pulled up a little bit. Gonna be subbed here for Rado Fierro.
If I retract, that is number 12. So that would be Ezekiel Cho.
And we hope he's all right. I hope it's not too bad.
Yes, it is Ezekiel Cho. We already seen one injury today in today's game. One for the Maroons, and now it is one for the Duhawks. And here comes the Maroon. Ben Brandt. Brandt goes all the way back with Nate Johnson. Score still 1-0 with minute 37. Nice right there from Max Lopez. It was not Max Lopez, I apologize. That was Kyle Rourke. Punted back. Ben Brandt with the ball. Plays it back. Nate Johnson back with Ben Brandt, back and forth.
And I got to say, so far today, while Loras has sat a little bit deeper than I've expected, not pressuring as high past about the 18-minute mark as I expected, Ben Brandt and Nico Capitosto have handled the pressure very, very well throughout this entire game. They look very composed. They don't look stressed on the ball as they're playing out deep in their half.
Here comes the Maroons. Matthew Cook will go for the curl shot. Ball's deflected.
Yeah, a little impatient there from Coach. A lot of players in front of him. It's a pretty easy deflection.
The ref does not know what to call. The sideline ref, at the end, he calls it as a ball for the Maroons.
A couple substitutions here. Sorry for the Chicago fans. Peyton Lane came in the last stoppage for Max Lopez. Now entering, looks like we have Jorge Bronco out on the left for Ben Brandt, and we have looks like Bryce Millington came into the game in the midfield.
Look like a foul. The ref is signaling fair play between both two men.
Yeah, knows he's late there. Potentially lucky to get away with the yellow, but wasn't the worst challenge. Just trying to go for the ball.
No hard feelings between Kyle Rourke and the Duhawks defense. Dead ball. Here's Sam Drabel telling his players, let's go forward and we need another goal. Drabel kicks it long, looking for Peyton Lane. Might be the tallest man on the pitch, Peyton Lane. That'll be a huge factor coming into the game.
Yeah. Went up a little bit earlier for that one. Pachowski read it well. Wins the header from him.
Nice. Kyle Rourke plays it back to Sam Drablos, but very good pressure also.
And the pressure's picked up here a little bit from the Duhawks. So they got a couple fresh subs. That's what they really like to do when their players are fresh. But pretty well played out by the Maroons. See if they can hold on to the ball.
I noticed Carter Olsen. Oh, look at the shot that goes in.
Wow.
Just wide off the post. Surprising the goalkeeper. I believe that was Sam Drablos. Another great opportunity.
Yeah, made a really mazy run up the field there from center back and decided to have one for his own. Looked like it was going wide, but not a bad effort. I think the keeper did have it covered, though.
I did notice before that play, Carter Olsen got a little upset with his players because he had to run back and forth because nobody would pressure on the offense. And that is now a throw-in for the Maroons.
Yeah, as I mentioned, might be a little bit of miscommunication between some of the players. Like I said, normally they like to pressure really high up the field, and they've seemed pretty content for the last 20 minutes, potentially from fatigue or from tactical decision to sit a little bit and let UChicago play in their back half, and that's pretty unlike the Loras College.
Mateus finds Bryce Millington.
You see there's only one player up pressuring the ball right now. They're sitting in their half trying to be organized.
And once again, another punt, sending it back to no man's land. I'm telling you, starting to. If I was the coach of Loras College, man, I would have a few choice words with these men for doing that.
Well, potentially. Well, again, it's usually part of the strategy, Alex. It's something they want to do. But one thing that's kind of going to be connecting with what I've said is, you know, when you choose to sit in a little bit and try and be organized, that's one decision you want to make. You know, their style is press high, kick the ball long, and you know, hope to create chances that way. But I'm a little. That's a great. Oh my God!
Misses the ball. What is going on? That is a clear foul.
Should be a foul, yeah.
That is a clear foul.
I was going to say, it should be a foul on Millington. Kind of whiffed. I think he just whiffed on that great chance. I don't know who played the ball in, but that was a great opportunity.
That was number 11, Vincent Mateus, with a great ball in.
And I think that's another great last-ditch challenge from either Berardi or Lenke there to stop him after the first whiff on the initial chance. Sorry, but to go back to my point there is, you know, if you're going to kick the ball long and try to pressure there, it's a little counterintuitive to sit and try and be organized and structured, and give it a second here for this chance to develop.
Watch it as here comes with the center.
It's well deflected there.
Nice by.
Because it becomes counterintuitive, because if you're sitting back and you want to kick the ball forward and pressure, right? Now there's only your striker to go and pressure. If you are going to commit and go pressure up the field and the ball bounces back and forth, now you have 5, 6 players to, you know, make it a little harder to play out of the back. So it's almost a little counterintuitive to their own strategy to boot the ball, because one player can't cover all that space, but five can.
That's probably why Carter Olson got a little upset with that. They surely wants more players. More players should, if you're going to boot the ball, you got to have more, at least 3 players up there waiting for the ball to be intercepted. That is a goal kick for the Maroons. Just 2 minutes and 45 seconds left of the first half. Maroons still leading. Sam Drablos with the ball. Nice move right there from Sam Drablos. Sends it forward. Josh Schofield with the possession. Battle against Carter Olson. Wins possession. Passes it to Nico Capitosto. Looking for Payne Lane. Cannot get it through. Olson sends it forward. Mateus wins the ball. Payne Lane. Just a little bit too far. But can Kyle Rourke reach for it? That is a foul.
Should be a foul, yeah.
Could even be a yellow card, but the ref is not.
Yeah, no need to reach for the book there. He's just trying to get around Lenke. Lenke's in good position, puts his body in between, gets fouled from behind, and we'll play on.
Goalkeeper Jesse Buffington. Long ball out. Bryce Millington tries to control it but cannot. Ball's in the air. Nice from Jack Schofield. Kyle Rourke trying to control it with a flick move but cannot. Ball's a throw in now for the Duhawks. That is another throw in. Much to the dismay of the players of the Maroons for the Duhawks. Very dangerous territory here.
Ooh, lovely nutmeg there.
Nutmeg, but cannot follow through.
It should be a foul.
That is a foul.
Got to say, it's great reaction time from Capitosto as it slipped through his legs there, but he gets his body in front and stops the, I believe it's Ross. It's either Ross or Fierro. I believe it's Fierro after that nice move. Gets his body in front and forces him to foul him.
45 seconds left of the first half. Could the Duhawks get a chance to the draw? And here comes Carter Olson. Tries to control it but cannot. It'll be the last throw-in of the match.
This is the kind of situation the Duhawks love. They're going to get all their players in here, throw it nice and long, hope for a flick on. Goal for them with 20 seconds before half would be huge.
As they send all their players except the goalkeeper up. Ball's in the air. Ball goes through dangerously, but nice cutback right there. But ball still in play.
10, 9.
Just kick it back. Could they get the last minute? No, the ball just
not going to have enough time.
Unless he punts it. Oh, man.
1.
And that's it for the first half. Very good game. Very aggressive game between both men.
And that right there, folks, is why we don't like the college soccer countdown clock.
Where's the extra time? Where's the extra 2 minutes? Well, that concludes the first half. We'll be right back in the Maroons Broadcast Network powered by MS after these commercials.
I think that's a pretty easy answer for all of us. This is like this year's national championship. We came close the past couple years, especially last year. Heartbreakingly short in Greensboro, but that is like the simple goal of this team is a national championship.
I have no doubt we have the team, the personnel to do that, and I think the passion to do it because we came so close last year, and a blown call and a few missed chances and some bad luck really just sent us home. And we want to be back in Greensboro. I have no doubt we can do it.
The University of Chicago athletics program aims to enrich the life of the whole person and is invested in competitive excellence. Your contributions to the Friends of Maroon Athletics enhance the student-athlete experience for all teams. Help us build on the already exceptional foundation of success for which UChicago is recognized. Support UChicago student-athletes by making a gift to Friends of Maroon Athletics today.
When you're in college, you kind of find out who you are. And throughout your 4 years, you develop yourself with all the different experiences, which leads into dedicating yourself to your community, to your family. So when you're a senior, you're coming out a well-rounded person.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests outside of the classroom and outside of the court or field. I've had the ability to get into different activities and organizations, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
Getting to be involved in a lot of different things, ranging from obviously being a student athlete to getting involved with my campus and my community, and not only being allowed to do that, but being encouraged to do that.
The opportunity to be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, to have the professors know me on a personal level, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference. It really helps you develop thinking from other people's perspectives and looking at problems from outside the box.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
I've definitely learned how to really be myself. I found out, yes, I am actually a good leader, and yes, I can actually put myself forward because I am good enough. I can do it.
Coming in to college, I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of different career goals, and I've learned so much about myself that I was always like growing and changing.
When I got to college, it forced me to step up and become more of a leader, and I think that was something I had the capability of doing, and forever grateful that being at a Division III school gave me that opportunity.
You have to dedicate your time in the classroom, you have to dedicate your time in the gym, on the field, on the court.
Our coaches and the entirety of the athletic department, they valued the student athlete going out to community and trying something new and getting involved in campus life.
You can get involved in so many different things. So the possibilities are truly limitless for what you can do with your college experience. You can kind of make it your own in the Division III setting. So I would encourage people who want to have flexibility to pursue different interests and passions to go D3.
The University of Chicago athletics program aims to enrich the life of the whole person and is invested in competitive excellence. Your contributions to the Friends of Maroon Athletics enhance the student-athlete experience for all teams. Help us build on the already exceptional foundation of success for which UChicago is recognized. Support UChicago student-athletes by making a gift to Friends of Maroon Athletics today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on the Maroons Broadcast Network powered by IMS. I am Alex Ramirez here with my partner DJ. We had a very interesting first half, very good first half from the Maroons, who are leading 1-0 courtesy of Max Lopez. It was Max Lopez who took the penalty. Very good penalty, dribbled into the left corner.
Yeah, it came off of a nice play from Matthew Coe, slipping in Josh Schofield, who was then taken down in the box and well put away by Lopez. Definitely an interesting first half. It's still a very close game. Definitely on a balance, but I have to say it's been a little bit surprising. Loras known for their high pressure, really high tempo gameplay. And after about the 18 to 20 minute mark, they kind of their midfield and defense sat a little deeper and kind of tried to limit the passing lanes from UChicago. But we're happy to cede possession in UChicago's half, which is a little uncharacteristic of the team. Don't know if it's from long game yesterday or just a tactical decision, but seems to kind of be hurting them when they kick balls forward. There's not enough people up the field to collect second balls and really put any pressure on UChicago's back line. So potentially look for some sort of change. I definitely expect them to come out flying a little bit out of the half here and try to get a goal back pretty quickly.
Both teams are heading out to the pitch. We're about to start commence with the second half. Very interesting. This might be the first time I've seen this kind of strategy from any soccer team, and I'm a huge soccer fan. Loras College, most of the time, they're looking for a surprise counterattack. Every time they get the ball, they like to punt it back to the other side of the field, hoping one of their players could get it and surprise the Maroons defense.
Yeah, and it often does take a lot of teams by surprise. It's something that's very new to people. You really got to be focused on details when you are an opposing defense, because one play, one foul, one mistake can result in a goal. Every throw-in is basically a corner. Every corner, every set piece is going to be floated into the box. They're looking for direct headers, second balls, scrum goals, anything they can. They're physical, they're strong, and they are pretty organized, and it's a culture that's been a part of their successful program for a very, very long time.
Like you mentioned, you said they were very physical. The first, not even just the first, the whole, matter of fact, the whole first half, they both played very aggressive. Very rough tackling between two. Two injuries have already happened between one for each team. For the one for the Maroons, I believe. You remember who it was?
It was Scott Lick.
Scott Lick, yes it was.
About the 5th minute. And then it looked like an injury to Ezekiel Cho as well for Loras late in the half there.
Both teams last minute warm-ups before the start of the second half.
Yeah, really looking for, on Loras' side, like I mentioned, want them to, press higher. Stick with your culture. Stick with your identity. Stick with what's gotten you this far and this successful. Go press the Chicago team. See if they can play through you. For the UChicago team, more of the same. Continue being composed. I highlighted Ben Brandt and Nico Capitosto as being extremely composed throughout this game. They've really been facilitating play through. Another strategy that's worked well for UChicago has been clipping balls over the Loras midfield line into Cohen Lopez directly, having them bring it down and then play back to a supporting midfielder. So I look for them to continue that. I think they've handled the pressure and handled sort of the unique style that Loras brings pretty well in the first half. They'll have to be, again, focused on details, very focused through the full 45 in the second half, because one chance and it can be an even game.
Players make their way onto the pitch, last minute huddle. Ball's already in the center. And it'll be the Duhawks who will start us into the second half. Still 1-0, anybody's game. Anybody could win it. One thing that the Duhawks do have to improve is on their offense. Like I said, if they got to punt it, they got to send at least 3 people up there, stay up there, try to win as many balls as they can. Especially because most of their players are very tall, so the air ball is could be very effective if they know how to use it well. Maroons player all lined up. Just waiting for the whistle. And second half starts. So very confusing start.
Yeah, who cares?
I was very Interesting call. As the Maroons regain possession with Max Lopez. Long ball, another punt once again. It seems as if they heard me talk about that because now they actually do have three offense players up there.
Yeah, like I said, I expected them to come out of the half. Oh, here we go.
Beautiful pass right there from Max Lopez.
It's too early.
Too early, though. Very good try, though.
Again, it's the right idea from Adeosun. You got to look up and see if they're actually tracking. It's probably been part of the scouting report, considering the way that they play with high pressure, that they won't track back all that often. Another nice ball in behind for Rourke here.
Here comes Kyle Rourke. Down the left. Cuts through. Now it is Nico Capitosto sends this center. But a very nice deflection, kicks it all the way back downfield. And here comes the Duhawks.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. There's just no one to get there.
Once again, they punt it back.
Yeah, it's just no one to get there. Not enough people up the field.
Katsampoulos.
And this surprised me. Like I said, I expected them to come kind of flying out of the half, and they're doing the same thing. It's a single striker. They're trying to cut off passing lanes. It works here. But you're turning the ball over in your own half, and you don't want to keep possession. You're not turning it over in your opponent's half and looking for an immediate chance. So,
throw in for the Duhawks. Alex Herrera wins the header. Back with Herrera, who tries to cut through, but nice work right there. Cuts him through. Beautiful turnaround right there from Kyle Rourke. Sends it far looking for Matt Coe, who actually falls down pretty good and pretty awkwardly.
Yeah, that was a really unnecessary challenge there from Miles McDonald. Clearly late to the challenge. Kind of raised his arm. I'm not really sure what happened there. Might have kind of caught Coe on the side of the face.
Hopefully he stands up. The leading goal scorer with 7 goals. You do not like to see that when he's your star player.
Nope, he's holding his...
Oh, man. He kind of did. I still see he landed awkwardly. If I'm correct, he is holding his arm. So that is not something you want to see with your star player. Nobody is being called up, however, for the substitution. So he might continue.
Yeah, shaking the arm up, potentially just fell on it.
And looks
still holding it.
He will be substituted out, it seems.
I don't see anyone up yet.
That is true.
I think he's just going to take a look at it really briefly here.
Just a quick rest before he could go back inside the game.
Yeah, he's still holding his arm, but he seems to be convinced that he's all right, and the trainer seems to be as well. So,
indirect free kick.
Well, unnecessary noise from the crowd there. Clock does stop in college soccer when there's a foul, so no such thing as time wasting in that situation.
Ball's in the air. No tackle, says the ref, and it is goalkeeper's ball. Very deep ball.
And this is what you want if you're... just takes a poor touch, but that's all right. That's more of what you want if you're Loras. Just unfortunate touch there from Alfaro, but he's there for the second ball. That's what you want. You want more people up the field. Here's another one. A little unlucky with the rebound there, so it goes to Coe.
Plays it back to Nico Capitosto. Sam Drablos finds Max Lopez. Lopez sends it long, looking for Matt Coe. Beautiful ball.
That's a great
beautiful
touch.
Control. Could he finish it? Get his head goal. Nice. What a tackle right there to save the shot. And then a handball is being signaled by the ref. Followed by applause by the crowd. Seem to be very pleased by that tackle.
Very
that was
nice double last-ditch challenge there from, it looks like, Berardi, and I can't quite make out the number right now. Get it to you when there's a second, but that's not what you want. You let Lopez turn in midfield. There's a ton of space and time. He threads a nice ball through to Coe. And it's good last-ditch defending, but it's last-ditch defending.
Here could be the chance that Duhawks need. They let the ball go out of here. Another throw in, another far throw in this seems to be as they send 6 against 8. Matter of fact, they send 8 against 9. And he takes quite a long step back, hoping to get even more distance on that throw. Throws buried deep inside the pitch. Another center. Katsampalas header. Nice punch by Katsampalas. And here comes the counter attack.
And that's really, really it's a poor decision from Holquist. He's got space in front of him. He just needs to try and push it forward and draw a foul. Turning back into pressure is exactly what the other team wants. Does a nice job recovering here. Gives Dio space.
Now Davison, he has
one more.
Max Lopez, but Ben Brandt could reach for it first.
No, the sweeper's there. Good positioning from Berardi. Well, natural positioning from Berardi.
Now it is Kyle Rourke taking the throw in. No, he gives it back to Isaiah Holquist. Some choice words between the ref and the trainer of the Duhawks. A little argument right there. Drablos finds Adeosun. Foul, signals the ref. Played very quickly, finding Kyle Rourke. Rourke tries to get rid of the defense, tries to go through, and that is a foul. He did shove him. Oh, look at that, however. That could be a card pulled from the ref.
It in UChicago's direction.
Oh man, that is very debatable foul.
The ref's going to stop the clock and go consult.
That is a very debatable foul.
You know, it's a long way away from here, so the only thing I can think is that when Rourke made his move to spin, the defender held an arm out and pulled him back. That's the only thing I can think happened, because it looked from our view like Rourke spun him, didn't get what he wanted, and then sort of shoved him over. So only thing I can think is that the defender held an arm out, and that's what the referee's calling. Either that or, yes, it's a bad call.
Adeosun going for the free kick, basically a corner kick from here. Going with the center, ball is high in the air. The header, Max Lopez cannot connect with it very well. Second header that Max Lopez cannot find.
You got to say it's good defending there from Loras. I can't see who it is in the scrum, but that header actually, Lopez gets his head on the ball and it deflects directly off the Loras defender and bounces out.
Isaiah Holquist with the ball, gives it to Max Lopez. Nice for Max Lopez against 2. Finds Matthew Coe. Could Coe go for the long shot?
Easily
prefers Adeosun. Adeosun going to go for the center. And it is nicely deflected onto the out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Maroons.
And Coe seems to be fine from his injury. Breezes right by his defender there. Plays a nice ball out to Adeosun.
If I'm kind of correct, that's the 7th corner kick of the match. And once again, it's Adeosun. Going with the center. The header, the ball's in play.
Wow.
Max Lopez cannot connect the volley. What a save! Another great save.
Yeah,
by junior Jesse Buffington.
Yeah, nice effort there from Capitosto. Gets good contact on that. Very nice technique to get solid contact. Just don't think he quite caught it with enough power. Seemed to be, it's a good save, but Buffington seemed to have it covered from contact.
Duhawks with the possession. Isaiah Holquist nicely kicks it back. Nice pass from Coe. Josh Schofield sends it to Adeosun. Here comes the counterattack, 3 against
Lopez
3.
Needs to stay on sides here. Oh, never mind. He does not. I forgot about that.
Adeosun has the ball. Cuts through. Could he take the shot? Adeosun with the center. Max Lopez.
That is
a 2-0. Max Lopez.
He's on sides.
Great finish. Flag is down. Chicago take the lead. It is 2-0.
And that's huge for UChicago. Very nicely done by Adeosun. They're riding the challenge after he beats the first man, gets enough space to drill across to the front post, and like so many times before, Lopez beats his man to the spot.
That is the 5th goal of the season for Max Lopez. Great assist from Adeosun. Just one behind leading goal scorer Matthew Coe. Very good play. Very good definition. 2-0.
Yeah, and that'll be his 6th and 2nd today after the penalty. Just a great run. Very aggressive run to the front post. Defender doesn't track him, and it's just a flick from there if the cross gets there. So Lopez is just a relentless striker. He's always looking for those balls. He's always looking to make those runs. That's why he gets on so many of them. He's so hard to track because he's always there, and it's really hard for defenders to stick with the combination of his physical dominance, his skill on the ball, and then his just relentless nature for scoring goals.
Here comes the Maroons, finds Adeosun a little bit too long. He reaches it with no problem. Adeosun finds Kyle Rourke. Rourke comes through. Nobody home.
And that time Lopez made a dummy run to the front post, but nobody followed his run into the middle.
Once again, Adeosun could go for the left, tries it, deflected, and the ball will go out. No, it will not. As Jesse Buffington reaches it in time and catches it with his hands.
Yep, nice defending there at the top of the box. Waits for Dio to make his move, blocks the shot, and it's right into his keeper's hands.
10 minutes to the second half. That is now 2-0. Once again, Jesse Buffington has the ball. No pressure whatsoever from Maroons. Sends the ball very deep. A header back, who is found by Kyle Rourke. Back with dribbles with Max Lopez. Very good.
Nice move.
1-2 move from Ben Brandt.
Very composed from Ben Brandt there. That's perfect stuff.
Here comes Matthew Coe. Could he get his 7th?
It's in a lot of
Coe
space.
with the shot. Nice deflection. Nice. Stuck out his leg there. Denied the ball from going through. Isaiah Holquist. That is a ball. That was a ball. I'd have to say should have been for the Maroons. But the ref is signaling a throw-in for the Duhawks.
All right, big sub here for Loras. Got Carter Olson coming in. Good to see Ezekiel Cho coming back onto the field, recovering from his injury earlier. Tigre Huerta comes back in.
Ben Brandt accidentally gets a ball to the face. As Olson cuts through, gets rid of the one. That is a foul.
It's a good fight there from Carter Olson.
The ref, is he pinning out a card? No, he is not.
Johnson's a little frustrated, thinks he went to ground a little too easily, but I do think there's contact. Even if there's not, he's throwing him off the path of the ball. Should be a foul in my opinion.
Indirect free kick for the Duhawks. Basically a corner kick yet again. These are the opportunities they need to take.
A little surprised UChicago's sending a one-man wall here.
It'll be Tigre Huerta. The ref is waiting for a signal, as they need the Maroon defense to step a little more back. Isaiah Holquist. Much to the dismay of the Maroon team. Center balls in the air.
Seems a little ticky-tack, but...
Oh man, what is going on in there? And that is a foul. And the Duhawks cannot believe what is being called. Very angry. But that is a foul against the Duhawks. Basically a goal kick for the Maroon.
And it's a big scrum, but that's exactly what they want. They get a little unlucky this time. I mean, Katzenpauls goes up to claim. He drops the ball into a scrum, and then who knows where that ball ends up. It's, that's exactly what they're looking for, and that's the kind of detail committing a foul out here that UChicago has to avoid. They're in a good spot right now, but one goal gets them back in the game, gives them belief. Remember, they scored a goal with like 20 seconds last night in overtime against Carthage to win, so this team never quits. They're always looking for those chances.
Some words between Chicago's bench with the assistant referee. That'll be a throw-in. And once again, the coach cannot believe the calls, the very debatable calls that the assistant referee is making.
Yeah, Carter Olson really injecting some energy here for Loras on the right side, really trying to turn the tide of this game. A little open.
Could he go for the shot, the ball, and it's just wide off the right post. Very good shot
And I don't know if he caught that the way he wanted to. I think he was aiming for the left post, which I think is what Katzenpaulis was looking for. But the ball actually took a weird knuckle off that shot and moved off to the right. Had Katzenpaulis beat if it was on target.
Goal kick for the Maroons. Katzenpaulis sends it very deep on the other end. Max Lopez reaches for it and wins.
Sorry, that was Mark Histed on that shot, by the way.
Very aggressive battle between both men. That is a foul for Max Lopez.
I don't think it should be.
Here comes Matthew Coe. He could get the third of the night. Matthew Coe with the shot. To the hands of the Loras team.
Yeah, touch took him a little too far. Closed down the angle. Buffington's in great position. Shot hits him right in the chest.
Oh, and that is a very tough. That it was a foul. That was a foul from the team.
And he knows it. Just a little overzealous there. They feel a little momentum. You know, like I said, Carter Olson's injected some energy here. They got a really good chance in that scrum earlier. They're feeling a little momentum. That's just a little overzealous there from Cho.
13 minutes into the second half. It is still 2-0. Goal for Max Lopez. And Max Lopez getting 2 of the night. Katzenpaulis sends it deep. Headed back by the defense. Max Lopez has the ball. Matthew Coe now. What's he going to do? Tries to cut through. Could he go with the left? No, prefers the right. Then the defense right there sticking out the leg does not let the ball go through.
It's a good double team there.
Max Lopez go for the long shot.
That's really weird.
Adeosun, could he go with the left? Finds Max Lopez. Could he get the hat trick? Goes for the shot. Deflected onto the goalkeeper's hands.
Yeah, a bit of a, I mean, works out, but a bit of an interesting choice. I had Matt Coe going backwards. Oh, and here's a good flick on.
Go through.
Not good covering from Holquist. Now they had, you know, Coe's going backwards. He's in trouble. It's a good way to poke off, and they just kind of let him turn, but UChicago cut off sides here. And Loras is getting a little bit of what they want now. They're getting some of this, you know, tempo break, long balls in. You kind of feel a little bit of momentum building if UChicago needs to stem the tide if they want to stop it, you know, chances coming in, potential goal happening.
Buffington sends it very long. The header back. As Adeosun now has possession. Cannot control the ball, and Max Lopez with the height reaches over. Once again, that's a Duhawks, and that is a foul for Max Lopez.
And that's an overzealous challenge from Lopez. Really no need to commit a foul there. They're, you know, deep in their own territory, 10 men behind the ball, and you give them a chance to dump it back in.
Another long ball, it'll seem, for the Duhawks. Center, the ball is in the air.
It's a pretty poor ball in there from Ryan Pachowski. Don't know if it was design play that just didn't come off, but it looks like he just kind of scuffed his cross. We got Joshua Niloff and Connor McGarry coming into the game here.
Much to the applause of the great fans that Loras brought with them today.
And they do have great fans. They travel in numbers. Haven't had a chance to wave the flag today, but they always have a flagsman for when they score goals running up and down the stands, and they do travel in numbers to away games. So always do have great fans, Loras Duhawks.
Nice counterattack, but the goalkeeper reaches first and has no choice but to kick it out.
Actually going to stay in, I think.
Max Lopez reaches it first. Once again being punted back. And can Olsen reach first? They reach first, but they cannot control it, and Katzenpaulis, no problems.
And again, it's getting a little more scruffy now, but so far UChicago's been covering these flick-ons well. Holquist, the outside back's been tucking in when the ball goes up. So far been covering it pretty well.
Header back could have been a foul because he still stuck his leg high enough to hit the head, but here comes the counterattack. Could he take a long shot? Cuts back. Big mistake. He had a lot of, well, it took actually a deflection, so it is a corner kick, but he did have many more options he could have taken.
I do agree. He kind of, you know, was looking for options, and kind of decided to go himself, and tried to beat Johnson, took a little bit too big a touch and had to toe poke it at the end. Lucky to get a deflection. They'll get another corner out of it.
Twelfth corner kick of the match, if I am still counting right. Here comes the center. Ball is in the air. We'll catch some Palace pitches at first.
Pretty good punch away there.
Looking for the volley.
As much as you want to say that's potentially part of a strategy, that was a little optimistic.
And it'll be a goal kick now for the Maroons. And now we got double substitution.
Yeah, I'll have Matus and Carter Romero coming back in here for looks like Rourke and Dio Davidson.
I believe that is Sam Drabelos, if I'm not mistaken. No, I am not. You are correct. I apologize. That is Kyle Rourke.
I messed up Drabelos a couple games ago, so I can't do it again.
Bad mistake right there from Ben Brandt, who gives away the ball. Now Carter Romero, the man in form, playing very well. Ben Brandt could back heel to Carter Romero, prefers to keep it. Plays it back to Drabelos. No, that was Nate Johnson who finds Max Lopez. Cuts back. Keeps it. Max Lopez has Matheus. He does. He could find it. Could be the third of the match. Matheus finds nobody home. And also keeps the ball in play. As Isaiah Holquist gets rid of two. Now Max Lopez has the ball. Max has Matthew Coe. No, that is Coe. Coe comes through. He goes through, could take a shot, and that is 3-0. Incredible.
And it's
what
a
goal.
Classic Coe goal. He just pushes it right past his defender. There's no respect for his speed at all. Way too tight to Coe. It's a simple touch by him. Gets the angle, beats the goal. It's 3-0. I mean, if you know that's frustrating as a former defender to watch. If you know a guy's got a step and a half, 2 steps on you, you've got to give him the space. That is so easy right there to get beaten. So easy. Way too easy.
7 goals, 6 games. The man in form, Matthew Coe.
Yep.
Incredible stats by this man. Like I said, tied for most assists in the history of school. Surely you have his name etched in the wallboard in this school. 3-0, 20 minutes into the second half, Chicago lead. Now it's an indirect free kick. Ball's in the air, just too long. Tries to surprise, and he hits the post and rebounds out the goalkeeper. And the ball still in play. Another shot deflected, a corner kick.
Did that?
What a mistake by Captain Palace.
That looked like it hit the...
See what happened?
That looked like
he got too confident, and then it just hit the post and rebounded back.
Did that hit the crossbar? I thought that hit the upright.
Hits the crossbar, hits him back. He got too confident, thought the ball was going to go out. Cannot let those mistakes happen. Almost cost him a goal. Corner kick, very horrible. The ball, it's in there, cannot go in. The ball does not want to go inside the net for the Dohawks today.
They almost catch Katsampalis off his line. He's way too casual about it. And then again, another
header. You got to be careful. This time he is more careful as he does stick out his 2 hands. On the other, he lets the ball basically...
Yeah, scary moment there for the goalkeeper. That could have been really, really embarrassing for him. And then bailed out again after the comes to the front post to pick it up. Gets there late, it's flicked on, and got to give credit to Nico Capitosta, who's there at the back post to clear it out of the scrum.
Goal kick. Sends it very deep into the other end.
You know, these are the details I'm talking about. Yeah, Katsampalis hasn't had a lot to do all day, but it takes one chance in really any college soccer game, but particularly against this team who so much is looking for that one. Oh,
what
wow,
a save.
That is a great save.
That was a great save. Ball might have been going out, but it doesn't matter.
That is an excellent reflex save there. Carter Romero gets really nice contact on that cross from Coe. Don't know if it was on goal or not. The keeper has to make a great reflex save to push that one away.
But what incredible speed that Matthew Coe has. Another center back Coe. Max Lopez finds the header, but deflected back.
Yeah, miscues that one a little bit. Just a little too far down. Deflects off the defender.
That looks like a foul as he was pulling him back, but the rest of us keep playing. The center...
Matus is open. Oh!
Matus, not Coe. Very good try.
That's a good cross, and Matus is wide open. It's an open header. Just doesn't quite get the contact on it that he wants and just heads it straight to the goalkeeper. UChicago having a plethora of chances now. I think that Coe goal kind of deflated the Loras Dewhawks here.
Back to that play, however. They did send a long ball to Matthew Coe, and he ran with great speed and recovered it. That was a great play and a great save by Jesse Buffington. Now it's an indirect free kick. Stan Drablo sends it far. Max Lopez with the header. No one home, as once again they punt it back. Olsen fights for the ball. They have the chance to get it. Could he find it through? Nice. That was a very good tackle right there. Very clean. Has Carter Olsen. Maybe too long.
Overplays him.
But Carter Olsen reaches just in time. Tries to make him through, but nice defense right there from Isaiah Holquist, who does not let it cut through him.
Triple sub here coming into the game. Javi Simon, Jack Grimes, and Kane Tutt. Coming out is Cho Pachowski. And can't see the last one yet.
Another long throw-in for the Duhawks. Sends it very deep into the pitch. Very dangerous, headed back. But Katsipale, let's go! And then go for the volley. Nice right there.
Good
very
stuff
cut
from
through.
Matheus. Sorry, last sub for Loras was Manny Lopez coming off the field.
Matthew Coe with that very dangerous speed that he has. Look at this man go, but nice
Good
tackle.
last-ditch challenge there from, I believe that's Lenke. Yeah, I do believe that Loras has pulled the defender off now with Pachowski coming off and Simon coming on. I think they got an extra striker up there, one less defender, so going for broke a little bit.
Here comes Matheus, could go for the long shot. Prefers to curl pass. Matheus has it. Romero could not connect it.
Yeah, a little questionable on the pass there right outside the 18. There's two defenders in the box. Could have looked for his own shot.
Tries to do a 1-2 pass.
A little too casual from Capitosto there, but wins it right back. It's a great poke challenge.
Capitosto with Max Lopez. Capitosto again. Very aggressive battle between these two. Once again, another punt. But this time they do get in control. Very, very long ball. Trying to look for Carter Olsen. And he's grabbed.
Couple another subs here. Got number 8 Talbot Tiernan coming in on the far side for Lenke. And number 23 Mitch Gullett coming in for, believe it's number
and it seems that
13. It's number 13 Joshua Nilhoff.
And it seems that Carter Olsen, after that great run, held his leg as if he pulled something, but he seems to be quite fine.
Draws a foul.
A foul. Very unprofessional right there from Isaiah Holquist. But it's an indirect free kick.
At least it's not a full-on Sergio Ramos toss the ball up to Lionel Messi situation, but
another long ball.
Yeah, everything's got to be pumped in at this point. Got to be deep. It's got to be challenging. I like the high line that UChicago's employing here. It gives a little bit of space. You can't flood the box.
They went back a little forward, Chad. The Duhawks know they can't go all the way in or count as offside.
Oh, well done, but unlucky.
Bryce Millington trying to get through.
Good nip in there from Millington, breaking that up. Like I mentioned just earlier, I really like the high line that UChicago's employing on this. Part of what Loras likes to do is get that scrum in the box. If you sink too deep, it's tough for your keeper to come off your line. It's tough for people to step up and head the ball, and it's easy for them to get really close and play the ball really deep. You keep a higher line, it forces them to run onto the ball, to play it in a more dangerous, like curling fashion instead of just popping it up, and kind of takes away a bit of what they want to do.
Sam Drablos finds Max Lopez, who headers it back. Matheus has the ball. Beautiful
nice
back heel by Lopez. Beautiful cutback by Matheus. Oh, nice. What a trick. Gets through. Somebody call. Oh,
wait.
Bryce Millington.
Oh, it's a great last-second challenge there from, can't see who it is right now.
Bryce Millington could not reach it in time. But it seems as though Jesse Buffington didn't grab hold of it very tough.
No, Matheus actually played a really nice. It's a tricky ball for a goalkeeper because it's in a space where he doesn't quite know if he wants to come get it. Doesn't know if he'll get there in front of the striker. The end of the day, it kind of slips by him, and Coe almost has another chance until a last-second challenge from, I believe it's Kane Tutt there. That was an. But just before that, Matheus with an absolutely dirty snake on his opposition, just torched him on the right-hand side here. That was really clean.
That was really cool. Ronaldinho-style move for Matheus. Now it is a throw-in for the Maroons. Isaiah Holquist finds Max Lopez. Beautiful cutback. what a mistake it could have been, but Jesse Buffington keeps his cool and grabs hold of the ball. Long ball, could be the counter attack. Finally, it's 6 against 7.
Yeah, UChicago affording him a little too much space here.
Could they take advantage? They cannot.
It's a little bit of a lazy pass there. I mean, it's well read by Droblos, but it looked a little too easy for him to pick that one off. That's going to be a little too far for Co.
Jesse Buffington with the ball. "27 minutes into the second half. Still 3-0. 2 from Max Lopez and 1 from Matthew Coe. It seems as though the Duhawks cannot take advantage of the openings that the Maroons are leaving, and here comes Max Lopez.
It's a little too early from Lopez there. It's the right idea, but
not communicating correctly. Sends it very deep into the other pitch. Another punt. Olsen fights for it.
Ryan Ross will check in here for Mitch Gullett. Also checking in is Jorge Bronco and Carter Romero. Lopez will take a break. Is sitting on a yellow card, so might just be protecting him. And Coe's coming out as well.
Throw in for the Duhawks. It'll be taken care of by Olsen. Takes a fall, but nothing happened. And here comes Bryce Millington. Finds Matus. Very aggressive between both, the battle between both these two men. Drablos wins the ball. Matus with Millington cannot communicate with each other, but Millington still keeps possession but loses it right away. Now it's George Bronco. That was a throw-in for the Maroons. Very good call from the ref.
Yeah, good tracking there by Bronco. Sticks his leg in at the last second, knocks it off of him.
Isaiah Holquist looking for Payne Lane. Very tall Payne Lane.
Very nice challenge there from Jack Grimes, working around his defender, keeping the header inbounds too.
Once again, Isaiah Holquist with the throw-in. George Bronco. Bryce Millington. Now here comes the counter. Nice header to keep it from going through.
It's the right idea from Ross there, just not quite the execution as Johnson's in a good position.
Could he go for the volley from here?
Probably
he does, but right to the hands.
Yeah, just mistimes it a little bit. Think he wants to catch the full volley and just catches it coming down off the bounce, so doesn't quite get full power on it.
Bryce Millington looking for the header, cannot find it. George Bronco passes it back. Isaiah Holquist. Nice, gets rid of one, finds Bronco. Looking for a 1-2 from Millington and Bronco, but cannot get it through. Nate Johnson just kicks it back. And here comes a run. Could he wins it first? Tries to get through, but does not connect it well.
And that is the right idea from Carter Romero. Sees the keeper coming out, sees the keeper has misread it, has a chance to one-time it. He's trying to probably get a little height on it and flick it over him. Just a little unlucky there that it kind of slips under his foot as he's coming onto it.
Another substitution courtesy of Loras College Duhawks.
Looks like Cho will check back in up top.
Millington wins the header with that height. Payne Lane.
Full line of 4 strikers here for Loras now.
Could Bronco win the speed? No, he cannot. That would have been a huge chance to get out for the 4th. But very nice tackle, clean tackle. And Isaiah Holquist, the man who's in charge of taking care of the throw-ins, steps up. Nice through. He had a great chance to get through with Vicente Matus. Cannot find him.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tough ball there into Peyton Lane. Just not the best touch, and tried to get it through, but couldn't quite pull it off. That's a great ball. That's a great little flick there from Matus running backwards.
Bronco with the speed. Could he center it with the left? Decides to come back. Tries with the right. Ball's in the air. Can I get it through?
Almost an impromptu 1-2 there.
Nice read there from Bronco, who jumps over the ball before it could deflect off of him. Another again throw in by yet again Isaiah Holquist. Finds Bryce Millington. They're pulling on his arm. Careful, you don't want to cause the penalty. Once again with Holquist. Holquist finds. Could he find Max Lopez? It was not Max Lopez. Try to go for the back heel.
Yeah, a little bit of a Didier Drogba effort style goal there. Lovely slip ball in from Bryce Millington. Don't know if Bronco gets everything he wants on his pass in there, and Carter tries to get that little back flick on, but doesn't quite make the connection.
Ball sent very deep to the other end of the pitch by Jesse Buffington. Ball is just sent out to the throw-in. Now the Maroons have possession. Finds Payne Lane. Payne Lane, that is a foul. The ref is calling a foul. I'm not sure what he's calling it for.
Again, we're a long way away here, but I think in this case, Lane's probably got his hands on his defenders, either shirt or shorts, and is kind of, what you're trying to do there is to kind of go back with him and force him while you're holding him to go back with you. Referee probably is over on the sidelines right there, probably sees it way better than we do.
Once again, send it, punt, headed back. Payne Lane, no, cannot pass the ball good, and it's a throw-in now for the Loras.
Nice pressure there from Carter Olson, really trying to keep his team in this, but running out of time here with 13 left.
Slips on the ball, but still manages to get touched, but it will now be a throw-in for the Maroons. 33 minutes into the match, still 3-0. Once again, 2 from Max Lopez, 1 from Matthew Coe.
Gary Zhao going to check in here for Nico Capitosto, who in my opinion has had an all-action match tonight. I think he has been absolutely spectacular. Against high-pressure teams, you really got to have composure. I called him and Ben Brandt out a couple times during this match for being extremely composed in the face of high pressure. And when you're playing against teams like this, you really got to have options for your defenders coming out. I think he's provided that all night. Not to mention, they've done a great job picking up second balls on all these long balls coming in that have been won by the defense. So I think he and Ben Brandt in particular have been absolutely excellent tonight.
Both surely candidates for man of the match. As here comes Vincent
a little
Mateos,
unfortunate there off of the referee. Chance to break here for Loras.
These counterattacks, Loras have to take.
A disappointing ball.
They have to take opportunities like these.
And that's kind of the opposite scenario of what I was talking about earlier with UChicago paying attention to details. That's a pass that should be connected 10 out of 10 times. You lose focus for a little bit. You see the defender backtracking.
That should be a handball.
It should be a handball or playing on the ground.
I'm not sure why the ref did not call that.
Neither do I.
And I'm not sure why he didn't call that one either. Very debatable ref tonight. Made some good calls, but
I think so far he's stopping it now for the injured player. I think so far he's been good tonight, but these last 2 definite misses here.
That other foul, when the player was on the floor, he was on the floor and it was hitting his hand. He let the play go on. He shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, definitely probably a mistake on that one, and probably this foul as well. Gonna have to watch it at the end of this match. 10 minutes left. Likely end of game. Might get a little chippy here, so gonna have to keep an eye on that. I think he's done a pretty good job so far tonight. Just missed a couple things right there.
Another big substitution coming up for Loras. If I could see who I believe that might be Nate Johnson on the floor.
It is.
Very good game from Nate Johnson as well. Very good defense tonight.
Yeah, the back line's been strong tonight. They've been tucking in on all these long balls for flicks, winning most of their headers. Really, the midfield and back line have done an excellent job nullifying the strategy, the gameplay, or sorry, the play style from this Loras team. Really nullified the aerial game and done a very nice job. Even particularly after losing their starting right back, Scott Lick, so early in the match. Schofield's come in here and put in an excellent shift.
Looks like it'll be a fair play kick. I'm not sure what the ref is calling right there. Very confusing. I believe he was trying to get Vincent Mateos to do a fair play kick.
And I thought he was doing that. Yeah, that was strange. This is a strange one here. Carter Olson trying to take advantage.
Flag is down. The ball, almost what a goal that would have been if he connected it way better. Zlatan Ibrahimovic style kick.
Yeah, another Zlatan Didier Drogba effort there. Actually makes contact this time, just doesn't get enough power on it. That would have been a heavily debated goal there. I don't know what the referee's doing. It looked like Batus wanted to kick the ball back to the other team. And then Carter Olson, very aware here. Again, like I said, he's been pretty sharp since coming on. Takes advantage of a sleeping UChicago defense, puts in a nice cross.
Trying to look for Gary Zhao. Ball's far, looking for Carter Olson.
Lovely ball, but great reaction time by Katsampalis.
Don't let his height and weight fool you. This man, Carter Olson, has shown great speed and resiliency in this match.
He has been energized and sharp coming off the bench tonight. He clearly does not want this match to end like it is about to, but if there is something going to happen, I would imagine it'll come down his side through his foot, but doing his best to keep his team in it.
Matus with the ball. Finds Bronco. Paint lane. Flag is up.
It looked like he was just a yard offside.
He was offside, but he is saying that the other player was in front of him, but I believe that was offside.
Yep. Potentially looking for that early part of the match where the sweeper's 30 yards deep, but with 4 strikers up, not a whole lot of defenders back, he definitely was a yard or 2 past the line. Nice move here. Good recovery by Dravos. Doesn't quite keep it in, though.
That is another throw-in going to be very deep.
Large substitution here for Loras. Joshua Niloff coming in. Looks like Jackson Coleman, Kevin Kukaba, and I believe Aaron Ruffner coming in here.
I'm not sure what happened with that throw-in. I guess they had to wait for everybody to go out.
Yeah.
And they're going to switch who throws the ball.
It's like Jack Grimes, Miles McDonald, a couple other players. Carter Olson also coming off. A little surprised by that.
Ball's in the air.
Kind of looked like he lifted his foot on that throw, but kind of rare that people pay attention. Nice tackle there from Peyton Lane.
Keep sending it back forth. Defense getting a little confused.
A little dangerous here from
another shot, and what a save! What a reaction save!
Yeah, good reaction
by Aaron Katsampalis.
Don't really know what's going through Dravos' head there. Been doing a nice job all night. There's 8 minutes left. That ball just needs to go away.
One goal
gives Loras a nice chance there.
One goal at Loras right now could throw University of Chicago off.
Yeah, it really could. I mean,
just like that, the ball looking, what a goal that would have been, topping the way the other one would have, looking for.
And that's the first time I've really seen it tonight. Something Loras likes to do where they really like to swing corners directly in on the keeper. They put a tall player right in front, and they hope he can either flick it by him before he can punch it or he makes a mistake. And it seemed to be pretty effective. They're kind of surprised it hasn't been whipped in there all night long.
And once again, Katsampalis being too confident, almost letting the ball in. I believe he hit the post. I don't know if he had a tap in it.
I do think he got a touch on it.
He's got to be more careful.
Weak. Yeah, agree. He's had a couple moments like that tonight. Gotten away with them so far. Here's Panos Voulgaris, sorry, who checked in a little earlier.
Just like this one, he grabs it with no problems.
That's a little better.
Still has, if I'm pretty sure that's 3 clean sheets if he does not let it go in tonight. For Aaron Katsampalis. Payne Lane tries looking for the ball. Now it's both with speed. That'll be a throw-in.
Good pressure there by Voulgaris. Fresh off the bench, chases it down and forces them to have a throw instead of kick. So UChicago just needs to wind down the clock. You'll keep composed here. Nothing chippy. Stay focused and make sure there's no momentum at the end of this game at all.
Long throw in with the ball, with a curl in. Voulgaris accidentally take a ball to the face. That's the ball very aggressively.
There's no need to do anything here.
Both playing it out very well, very professionally. They both get back up. It is a foul. And one most likely will be a punt this time. Jesse Buffington steps up and will kick it up.
Yeah, going to send as many players in as possible. Another high line here from UChicago. This one a bit higher than normal, but
Buffington goes with the ball. Very good center. Nice defense right there. Headers it back. Does not let the ball go more through. Payne Lane has no choice but to kick it back. It seems as though Chicago will play defensive for the rest of the game, wants to secure a 3-0 victory.
Yeah, and they should. There's no reason to stretch yourself, give any kind of spark or hope. Just all you got to do here is clear everything out. There's a ton of space in behind. Have your players run in or keep possession.
Flag is up, and that is a foul.
Yeah,
for the Duhawks.
Jonah Moore just checked in, commits a foul here. Was also involved in the challenge up ahead a little bit with Ryan Ross. Ryan Ross.
Katsopolis has to be very careful on this one, as he knows they have no problem shooting directly to the goal.
Yeah, a little surprised the lefty's not swinging this in. He could really kind of dump this right onto Katsopolis' head. Instead, it's going to be an outswinger here. So. Looks like Kevin Kukaba will be taking it.
Kevin Kukaba, I apologize. I'm not sure what they're waiting on.
Yeah, got a discussion here between the refs. Not sure. Looks like they're going to give a yellow card to one of the bench coaches here. And they will give a yellow to the UChicago assistant coach.
I'm not sure what's the point in that. A yellow.
Yeah, not sure what the argument's about. Could be about the this is the second or third time they've backed them up with for the 10-yard. Yeah, see, this is what it's about.
Right.
I'm sure this is the second or third time that they've been super specific about the 10 yards. It's usually something you don't worry about too much, but it seems to be something they like to pay attention to. So,
but that's the fourth time that same assistant, I believe he's the assistant trainer, has talked with that ref with some very choice words. Nice battle between, almost gets rid of two. Very aggressive from Jonah Moore.
Oh, and a little miscommunication there.
This could be the chance they need. Could they cut through? Still have the chance with the left.
Scuffs the shot. No need to foul
and
here.
Then getting very confused. Let's go to chance Peyton Lane.
Yeah, I think Jonah Moore just a little bit cold, a little bit off the pace coming into this. Is a little miscommunication there with this defender behind him, and they both leave the ball, and it's a dangerous opportunity.
Indirect free kick now for the Maroons. Doing a very good job. Stops the ball, Peyton Lane.
It's a nice hold-up play. It's unlucky. Originally nice hold-up play from Lane. I cast her cursed.
Nice chip over. Sends it far. But can I reach in time?
It's decent cover from Holquist, but again, they don't mind taking it early. Again, very un-Loras-like, but is a bit of a unique situation.
Nice unintentional mag, but that was a nice unintentional mag. But Aaron Katsopolis has no problems.
Yeah, good fight there. Just hurries his cross a little bit, doesn't get everything he wants on, and it dribbles straight into Katsopolis' hands.
Katsopolis sends a very long ball, which Peyton Lane tries to control. Now it's Voulgaris. Finds Payne Lane. Nice tackle right there. Throw in for the Maroons yet again. Another throw in yet again. They have no need to rush. If I were them, I'd milk down the clock as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, no need to be overzealous about it here. Up 3, 2:50 to go as you've snuffed out most of the life.
Here comes Voulgaris, Kusena with the left. Nice
another
tackle
nice
right there.
Tackle from Coleman there.
But they can't make any idiotic moves either, because might not see much, but a 3-0 win seems much bigger than a 3-1 win on paper, in my opinion at least.
It'd be nice for the goalie.
Right,
and it'd be nice for the goalie in the back line.
Like I said, I think it'll be his third or fourth clean sheet in a row. The header. Payne Lane could have ran for that, I believe. It was pretty close to him.
Yeah, I think he's just late on the reaction. Probably realizes the keeper's going to get there before him.
But I did notice he has shown signs of tiredness, and he has given it a lot today's game. 2 minutes left. Not trying to jinx nobody, but surely another victory for Chicago.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised to see 3 goals happen here in a minute 30. But crazier things have happened.
Crazy things have happened. If you're a Cruz Azul fan, you know what happened when America did that in the last 9 minutes in the finals. Center ball's in the air. Cats and Palace, no trouble again. Milks down the clock. Take the yellow card if you want. Just milk down the clock.
Nah, no need to take the yellow up 3-0. If it were 1-0, I'd agree with you.
Yeah, you're right. You're totally right.
Not the prettiest part of our sport, but definitely a part of it.
Matus against 2. Kicks it forward. Payne Lane. Even with his big head, cannot reach it. And could they get the 4th of the night with a beautiful run? Takes a shot. Oh, cannot connect it well. I believe that was player.
That's Jorge Branco. I think that was a shot. I'm a little disappointed in that one. He had a nice run coming from Peyton Lane. That ball should have, I think he should have tried to cross that, but as it is, it goes wide.
30 seconds left on the clock. And it seems that the Maroons are actually finding a lot to keep the 3-0 instead of the 3-1. Well, could they get the last second goal? Chips over.
Yeah, good cover again from Millington. That should do it.
15 seconds left on the clock.
Excellent win here from the Maroons.
Still undefeated. Loras takes their first defeat in 4 games. 7 games in. Very impressive start. Continues yet again for Chicago. Long that shot over, and it is a victory for Chicago. Outstanding 3-0 win. 2 from Max Lopez, 1 being a penalty, and 1 from Matthew Coe.
And it is Coe and Lopez again, all over the score sheet.
I'd have to give Max Lopez man of the match.
Yeah, I think you could agree. I think I would think you could have a pick between Max Lopez and Nico Capitosto tonight. Max being relentless, doing a really nice job holding up play, playing in behind up top. That's super important to relieve pressure. And I think, again, as I mentioned earlier, an all-action performance from Capitosto. And also Ben Brandt in the midfield. I think Capitosto having a little bit better of the duo there. But, yeah, Ken, definitely agree with you. Lopez had another fine game tonight.
An outstanding performance also from the Loras College, Carter Olson, running back and forth, causing a lot of plays, being defensive. Played a very good game today.
Yeah, Olson really did not want to lose this match. When he came in, he looked good. He looked sharp. He looked like he really wanted to win, and a little unfortunate maybe to not create an actual goal.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining us. Once again, it was a 3-0 victory for Chicago. Thanks for joining the Maroons Broadcast Network powered by Illinois Media School. I'm Alex Ramirez here with my partner, DJ. Have a good night.
The University of Chicago Athletics program aims to enrich the life of the whole person and is invested in competitive excellence. Your contributions to the Friends of Maroon Athletics enhance the student-athlete experience for all teams. Help us build on the already exceptional foundation of success for which UChicago is recognized. Support UChicago student-athletes by making a gift to Friends of Maroon Athletics today.